Good morning. Several months ago, Calcia Johnson and Nikia Jackson proved the Pythagorean theorems using trigonometrical results. Now we try to give some comment about their results. Consider this triangle. We know that the big triangle KMP is decomposed into the two triangle and one rectangles. The triangle is KNL and NPO, and the rectangle is NOML. Now, so it means that the area of triangle KMP is decomposed into the area of triangle KLN and triangle NOP plus the area of rectangle LMON. Now, after we do some simple calculations using this from the above diagram, we have the result that is A1 multiplied by B2 is equal to A2 multiplied by B1. Okay? Now, after this, we come to the next results. If B1 divided by A1 equal to B2 divided by A2 is a constant, actually in this setting is equal to lambda, then B1 plus B2 divided by A1 plus E2 also equal to lambda. So it means these fractions is not depend on the size or another elementary properties of triangle except the measure of the angle of the triangle. So we can define tangent alpha is equal to B1 divided by A1 and B2 divided by A2 and equal to B1 plus B2 divided by A1 plus A2. Okay? After this, using the same the property of the area of triangle KPM, that we know that the area of triangle KPM is equal to the area of triangle KNM plus the area of triangle PNM. So that's why we come to the results, to the following results. B1 plus B2 divided by C1 plus C2 equal to T divided by A1 plus A2. This identity is come from the above area. For example, T divided by A1 plus A2 equal to B1 divided by C1 is come from the area of triangle KNM equal to the area of KNL plus the area of triangle NLM. And the last one, B1 divided by C1 equal to C2 divided by B1 plus B2 is come from the area of triangle PNM is equal to the area of PNO plus the area of triangle NOM. Okay. After this, we come to the following definitions. We conclude after the calculation, the simple calculation to the previous one, we can define tangent alpha of a triangle and sine alpha of triangle. Of course, since tangent and sine of alpha is already exist, then we can define cos alpha as sine alpha divided by tangent alpha. That's why so far we have the definitions of trigonometrical ratio of a rectangular triangle without using Pythagorean theorem. Now, as Jackson and Johnson using a limiting process in the trigonometry, We also have, actually they using limiting process in the trigonometrical series. Now, I also have a limiting process, but now about the size of the angle. Suppose alpha is near to 0, then using the first diagram, then C1 is near A1 and B1 near to 0. So we can define sine of 0 and cosine as 0 is equal to 1 and 0 and 1 respectively. So we also using the limiting process for if alpha near 90 degree, then we can define sine of 90 degree is equal to 1 and cosine of 90 degree is equal to 0. You can consider the first diagram of the triangle this. If alpha near to 90 degree, then A1 is near to 0. Okay. After this, we also have the complement angle. Is cosine of 90 degree minus alpha is equal to sine of alpha. Also, sine of 90 minus alpha is equal to cosine of alpha. Okay? The next one. Now, using this, then we will have the fact that angle AFD is 90 minus beta, and angle BFA is equal to beta, of course. And angle FED is equal to 90 minus alpha, and angle FEB equal to 90 minus beta. And finally, surprisingly, angle DEC is equal to alpha plus beta. Now, from this, then we can define the sine of alpha plus beta is equal to cosine beta multiplied by sine alpha plus sine beta multiplied by cos alpha. Now we come to this. If alpha plus beta equal to 90 degree, then beta is equal to 90 degree minus alpha. And then we come to the following Pythagorean formula. Now we already proved that Pythagorean formula is come from the formula of sine of additions of angle. This is a Pythagorean formula first. The next one, using the same diagram, we can also consider cosine of alpha plus beta. Now, since sine alpha equal to sine alpha plus beta minus beta plus beta, and cos alpha equal to cos alpha minus beta plus beta, then we arrive to the system of linear equations with variables sine alpha minus beta and cosine alpha minus beta. We write this system of linear equations as follow, and this system have a solution sine alpha minus beta and in sine alpha minus beta and cos alpha minus beta. Now again we use the limiting process also. If alpha near beta, exactly alpha equal to beta, then we already have our Pythagorean formula. But now from the cosine of alpha minus beta, again we have the second way to prove the Pythagorean formula. The next, we come to the simple elementary properties of triangle. We know that B equal to B1 plus B2 is equal to C multiplied by cos alpha plus A multiplied by cos gamma. So, since the alpha, beta, gamma is less than 90 degree, then our first result about B have the corresponding another results in this in the set of formula. For example, if the first formula we multiply both sides by a, then we have the following. So the first set, the first term we multiply both sides by a. The second term we multiply both sides by b, and the third formula we multiply both sides by c. Then we will have the following formula also. So after this, if we calculate a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 minus c to the power of 2, also this form and this form, then we will have the following the following results. Actually, we already have this as a cosine formula. Again, from this set of results, we have the Pythagorean formula. Right now, the Pythagorean formula have the form of characterizations. For example, a equal to 90 degree if and only if a to the power of 2 equal to b to the power of 2 plus c to the power of 2. This is the end of my presentations. Thank you very much.